Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Hello, it's a fabulous Friday here in our PBS classroom. I'm Mrs. Hammock. I'm so glad you're here with me today. Hey, I was reading another really funny book. Do you like to take baths? This is about a king, King Bidgood's in the bathtub. And it's written by Audrey Wood, and the illustrations are so beautiful, done by her husband, Don Wood. And she sings a little song in here about how King Bidgood, he's in the bathtub and he will not get out. Have you ever taken a bath and just had such a relaxing bath, or playing with your toys in the bathtub and you just don't want to get out? Well, you should read this and find out what they had to do to get him out of the bathtub. You're not going to believe it. So go on your Clever app and find Sora and see if you can find out, how did they get King Bidgood out of the bathtub? It's pretty funny. All right, it's time for us to get started with all the skills and practice to help you be the best readers and writers. Are you ready? Let's wake up our brains. Good morning. Good job. We have 2 games to play today to train our ears. And they're kind of the opposite of each other. So the first game is kind of like a mystery game or a blending game, and you're going to take the sounds and blend them together and see if you can figure out my word. And then we're going to do it the opposite. I'm just going to give you sounds, and you're going to, or I'm going to give you the word, and then you're going to tell me what the sounds are. All right, are you ready? Okay, blending. Here we go. Ik. What is it? Ik. Stick. Good job. All right, you ready for the next one? All right, here we go. Frog. 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 Very good. All right, here we go. Now we're going to do it in reverse. I'm going to tell you the word, and I want you to isolate the sounds. Here we go. Swim. Swim. You need some help? Swim. Swim. Has 4 sounds. Good job. Let's try one more. Grab. 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 Grab also has 4 sounds. You're getting really good at segmenting and blending. Those are really important skills that we need to learn in 1st grade because they help us when we're reading and writing. All right, it's time for our fluency, and that means we're going to practice our letters and sounds, not the whole alphabet, just some of the ones that are a little bit tricky. You ready? Okay, here we go. B. Bat, B. C, camel, K. D, dolphin, D. S, sun, S. R, rose, R. L, lemon, L. T, turtle, T. N, nest, N. P, piano, P. Here's our short vowels. A, apple, A. I, insect, I. And O, octopus, Ah. Very nicely done. Okay, we've been working on 2 types of blends. We have our R blends and our S blends. So we're going to practice the R blends first. So say them with me and the sound that they make. Are you ready? Okay. BR says br. DR says dr. CR says cr. GR says gr. PR says pr. TR says tr. And FR says fr, like in frog. Good. All right, let's try our S blends. You ready? All right. SC says sk. SK says sk. SP says sp. SM says sm. SN says sn. ST says st. And SW says sw. Sw. Good job. Let's do a little bit of word building, okay? So using some of our blends to help us write some words. All right, the first word we're gonna make is slam. Slam. Here we have sl, a, and then we need let's read it. Slam. Slam. Good job. All right, let's try the next word. Let's do brick. Brick. Are you ready? Here's the br. Br. That's our blend. Br. I. Ooh, it's a short I. What do you remember about the k sound? Br. I. K. Good. We need a CK because it's a short vowel word that has the k at the end. Brick. Brick. Now, remember I told you if you know one word, then you can spell a lot of words that have the same sounds. So here's brick, and if I wanted to change it to stick, then all I do is change the beginning blend to st-ick. So brick, stick. They're rhyming words, aren't they? So that's a great thing to remember when you're writing. If you know one word, you can probably make other words that have some of the same sounds just by changing the beginning. Okay, we are going to read a story together today. This story is called Big Grin. Big Grin. I want you to listen carefully for those beginning blend sounds as we read, okay? Because then we're gonna find them. Here we go. Jan has a big grin. She can skip. She can stomp. She likes to swish, and swim. Mom says, come have a snack. Good job. Hey, why do you think she has a big grin? Did you hear anything in the story that might cause her to have a big grin? Let's look back in the story and see if we can figure it out. Oh, look, she can skip. Do you think that might be why she has a grin? It also says she can stomp. Maybe she's proud of herself for being able to do that. It also says she likes to swish and swim. Those are reasons that she might have a big grin because she might be feeling really proud of herself and confident. Or maybe she's just grinning because Mom told her to come have a snack. That could also be a good reason to grin. Let's see if we can find some of the blends in our story. Let's look at the title, Big Grin. Right away we see the GR says gr. Jan has a big grin. She can there's that SK says skip. She can stomp. There's the ST, She likes to Swish. SW says sw. And swim. There's another SW. Mom says come have a snack. SN says sn for snack. Good work. You were really using your good detective eyes to find that, weren't you? Okay, now we're going to look at our high frequency words. Run, R-U-N, run. Jump, J-U-M-P, jump. Two, like the number two, T-W-O. And then we have move, M-O-V-E, move. Great job. All right, we've been working on nouns, plural nouns, how to tell a noun when there's more than one. A noun is a person, place, or thing. A person, place, or thing. A person, place, or thing. A noun is a person, place, or thing, and it's also animals. All right, that's just a little song to help you remember. When someone says, what is a noun? You can sing them that song. A noun is a naming word that tells a person, place, or thing, or animal. So here we go. We have dog, dog. If I have more than one, what would I say? Dogs. Right, I add an S. That's all I have to do. Then we have stick. What if I have more than one stick? Then I'm going to say sticks, and I'm going to add the S. And brick. If I have more than one brick, I'm going to say bricks by adding an S. Good job. All right, it's time for us to write a sentence. Do you think you're ready? I think you are. You have become super great readers and writers. All right, our sentence today is, we can move 2 steps up. We can move 2 steps up. All right, let's try it. What's the first word? We. We have to start with a capital letter. Can. That's a sight word. Can. We can move. That's our high frequency word. M-O-V-E. We can move 2. That's our high frequency word. T-W-O. Now we need to sound out steps. St, st, p. Oh, that's more than one step, isn't it? We can move 2 steps up with a period. How'd you do? See how good you're getting? Isn't it great to know all those high frequency words so you can just plug them into your sentences? I know, reading and writing is so much fun. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you have a fabulous day online with your teacher. Remember to smile and have a good attitude. Goodbye now, goodbye now. The clock says we're done. I'll see you next week. Goodbye, everyone.
Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.